Okay, we're live. Hi, guys.
Hey,
Good
Everyone?
morning. Good morning. Good morning.
what's up?
Not much. Not much. Chris, thanks for reaching out to me because I forgot we were gonna have you on today. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I just found out like 20 minutes ago. I was like, she's like, is that okay? I'm like, yeah, sure, absolutely, of course.
Totally forgot. I'm excited. I mean, you're important to me, but today's not a great day for memory. So thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Oh, I see your brother in here. Hi, Michael.
I didn't even tell him.
Oh, well, he's
He's
stalking
starting to get
me.
hooked on the reselling community, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Patty. Hi, Tim. Jasmine's here. Brandon and Stu and Joni, Haggis Lover. Oh, good. We have so many people in here. Damien, I got a story for you. I'll have to reach out to you. Denise. Who else is here?
I think everyone's here just to see if you actually died last night.
I don't think anyone watched it. It's cool. Hi, Mel. I don't feel so bad. It's fine. Things happen, and sometimes they happen online. It's okay.
You can see some daylight over there. Over here.
Over there.
I'm in the basement, so it doesn't really ever get like too bright.
Really, it's too bright in here.
Yeah, I hate that, man. It would make me just.
Yeah. Hi, Andrew. First is Andrew, and hope I didn't miss anyone.
Oh my God! Before we do this, I had the best phone call ever last night.
Yeah.
So, you know how it is when you get phone calls from people, and it just like you just smile, and you know how like Shazad or Zia or whatever.
Yeah.
I had a phone call from Jack M last night.
No way!
Nice.
That's awesome.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
Oh my God.
You know how this shit is, bro.
Oh my God. Like, I wondered if that was an act or something.
We talked for almost 3 hours.
Wow. That's incredible. A new bromance. That's amazing.
Oh, I was so tired, but I was just listening to him. You know how that shit is, bro. I moved from California to Florida, bro, and I live in help my mom, and I live with my mom right now because she needs the money and blah blah blah, bro. My inventory's in duffel bags, bro, in my car. I have no room, bro. He's like, when I sell something, I gotta look in the location that says leather brown duffel bag, bro.
You know what? As long as you have an inventory system, that's the real thing that matters.
You can find faster than I can with that.
Okay, it's Jack Morgan TV on Instagram, guys. He is freaking hilarious. Go follow him and tell him that Tommy sent you.
Oh my God, he found us from.
So
I asked him last night how he found us finally, and he said he was a skateboarder, and he never made it like pro. He stayed amateur. A lot of his friends went higher, but they were broke because they work on sponsorships, and so he would buy all their sneakers that they were endorsed with and skateboards and flip them and make money. And then when he moved here, it was a different scene or whatever, and so he started looking. He stumbled across Cincinnati Picker, and he said. Then he was listening, and we came up suggested off of John, and I said, "Wow, you're actually clicked on. Most people wouldn't click on it off of John's page,
Yeah,
because there's no thumbnails, or anything from it's just my name." And he said, "And I knew right then you were my peeps, bro. You."
What was the first comment he left on one of your videos? What was it again? Thank God you have.
eBay shit, bro. Sell on Mercari. Oh, sorry about last night, bro. I had 4 sales on eBay. That's his next comment. He's got this love-hate relationship with eBay, and then
we all do.
And then he's like, the best comment ever was, "Bro, good thing you got jokes because 80% of your show is jokes and nothing reselling, bro." And I'm just trying so hard to sound like him, and I know it doesn't do him any justice, but you got to hear him. He's like that 70s, like big collar, big glasses, toothpick, popping his, bro,
And you think fro, like an afro when you think of him, but it's not an afro, but you think that because it's pretty big and puffy.
No, just dandruff.
Yeah, dandruff. That's right.
Oh, you guys got to check him out. He's hilarious. Like, I cannot do him any justice. And he's kind of. I sent him to Rob last night. I said, "You got to go watch Rob All See VHS Thrifter."
Oh,
and he said, "Let me type this in, bro. that's my guy. That's my guy right there. That's my guy. I can tell. Just that's my guy. I'm like dying, man. I'm just like dying.
Wow, he's so good. Yeah, I can't wait till we get to talk to him on screen.
Yeah,
Or
so
you.
he gave me his number and he said, "Text me, bro." So I text him, and then he calls me, and it's like 4 a.m. Or whatever. I'm like, or 3 a.m. I'm trying to go to sleep, and I can't sleep, and I have insomnia.
Aren't you all in the same time zone?
Well, yeah, but he's a bartender during then he resells during the day.
Of course.
Yeah.
So he just got off work driving home, and then so we talked for like almost 3 hours, man. But it was like it was just like talking, like I said, Shazad was here though. It went by so fast that I didn't even realize it, even though I was dead asleep for half of it. It was like
Right. That's awesome. I'm so happy.
So anyway, enough about me. How's everybody else?
We could go on. These people are going, who? Hi, Lisa.
You guys will see. You got to see. He'll be on soon. He's not really reselling. He's more of an entertainer. He's a reseller, but I think his entertainment is just. I will never probably even talk to him about reselling. I don't think ever. It'll just be letting him talk and laugh.
Is he a stand up or something?
He tried it, I think, or whatever.
Something like that. Yeah.
Hey Matt, how you doing?
Okay. First of all, Cernoch, how much for your jacket? Shazad wants it.
He loves it, right?
What is it?
It's a vintage Woolrich.
Do a spin. We got to spin.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't spin in the
Right
kitchen.
here. I'm in.
We can't spin in the kitchen.
Oh, almost a spin.
Yeah, I can't spin in the kitchen.
Yeah, he might knock over his milkshake anyway.
Zahir, that's a loaded question. What does that mean exactly?
We don't know what that means at all.
If you can enlighten us what that means.
There's no graphs. We're not having any graphs, and I'm not drinking any wine. So that I can promise you.
I've made £16.50. That's the numbers for Zahir. He wants numbers, I think.
Oh, well,
Oh,
not doing it. Not. I mean, consistency.
He's awful rowdy lately, man. Look at him cussing us all the time.
Damn. Okay. Well, I know everyone in here knows Chris. But we don't know the real Chris, let's be honest. But someone, if you could put his link in here and there, so if someone comes in that doesn't know him.
I'm gonna make his brother a moderator so he can link his brother.
Oh, yeah. God, I gotta find it.
Hey, Wendy.
2 chats open. Sorry, guys. Hang on. Michael, type again. I can't find you. So the reason, besides the fact that we like Chris a lot, the reason he's here is because he sells on so many platforms. And I just started. And Tommy, you've been selling on multiple platforms for a while now and having some luck, but I'm not having great luck at all. I mean,
I figured out that it's sort of just like any other platform. What you put into it is what you get out of it.
yeah.
Yep.
That's the whole secret.
Exactly.
Guys.
It is. I know that too, but I think for me, it's hard because I put in time to one thing and learn it, and then I can move on easier, where I kind of just jumped into a bunch of things, and now I'm scrambling to kind of figure out what should go where I just started putting whatever anywhere. Like
I just, because it lists perfectly, I slap shit everywhere. I don't even care because it's so, and I think you've started doing that a little more, Chris, than you did before.
Absolutely, yeah.
You guys suck more than Cernoch jacket. Are you asking if this is like, because this is the time we normally do the show every week. Are you asking if Cernoch is like going to be like part of the show? I mean, is that what you're asking? Cernoch is going to come on anytime. And well, I'm speaking for me.
Yes, he is. He's like the retarded stepchild.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to
guest,
everyone.
Special. His brother's special.
Oh my God.
Well, if he had the time, yeah, he could. I mean, I would love to have him on every day. When we go live, like, I just feel like it's like I look up and it's 6 hours later. It's crazy.
I'm hoping you and him do more on your channel because when you do that, it's so good that people love both of you have really good clothing knowledge, and the vintage knowledge isn't as easy to figure out, and you guys together make a really good team doing that.
I guess Zahir doesn't watch us anymore. He doesn't even know this is a weekly show.
I know.
Afternoon delight, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I know I've kind of switched things up a little. I'm trying to find my grooves here. The pressure is too intense. The pressure is way too intense here. Okay.
Well, if it makes it so that you can come on Zahir, we would love it.
Yeah. Is that what he's trying to say?
I'm hoping so.
Okay.
Lisa says she can't stay up for the whole 8 to 10 hours, Chris.
Yeah. Sorry.
I just, hey, Denise, Vulture Dumpster Diver. I just saw her in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
She's from the US, evidently.
Oh, I always see her in the UK.
I know. I had never seen her in our chats before, but I always see her in the UK. So I just thought she was over there.
Where do you live, Denise? What area?
Outside of a dumpster.
Okay.
She's a vulture.
What region?
I'm going to say west. I'm going to say west because that seems to be very popular for dumpster diving.
I think so too.
I don't hear of East Coast dumpster divers really too much, except for the Brooklyn.
Kathy, and there's one in New York that I can't remember the name.
Yeah, the Brooklyn ladies.
Yeah.
But it seems am I just?
Oh, she's in Tennessee. Wow.
Oh, okay. So maybe I am making that up in my own head. It seems like more California people are dumpster divers, like West people. Yeah.
Okay. Also a reseller. Question: when did Tommy get some knowledge? Did I miss something?
I'm still waiting to figure that out.
Well, he pulls the knowledge out of Cernoch, who already has the knowledge, and he just helps Cernoch filter it.
I'm going to let you in on the knowledge bomb. The secret to public speaking is just make yourself believe you know what you're talking about, and others will believe as well. Even if it's total bullshit, the way you say it, people believe it. Mm-hmm. Right?
Kind of like fake it till you make it, you know?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But that'll only take you so far, so don't,
Well, until I get my Patreon up and running, and then everything will be good.
Okay, good. Oh my God. Okay, so I really want to talk about this because it's. I know I have to put more time into it, you guys, but I'm trying to learn it all, and Etsy is the most difficult for me right now to figure out. So I'll get there when I get there.
How about video games?
I learned nothing. I'll try again. I can't rewatch it either, so I'm gonna just have to I
think last night should have been entitled "How many sips does it take to get to the bottom of a wine bottle?" Versus,
Well, you can go back and count. That was not the intention. I was trying to keep it short and watchable so people could go back and watch, and it just went off the rail.
Like the crazy card, you hit the nail right on the head.
Oh my God.
Mel, she got burnt out last night. No,
I got going
burnout.
Yes, Mel, I did. That's why my hair looks like this and stuff.
I had to come in and save the show, Mel. I was trying to do work and you
were mad at me.
She was doing the Mel.
I was not quite, but my neck feels fine actually. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna sit back and let you discuss that, and then I can get.
Patreon will be going live next week.
You know what's so funny? He's really got one coming.
Yeah. Well.
Okay.
But he's got a different knowledge base. Amazon people do it all the time.
I'm kidding. I don't even know, but I would join his, honestly. We are so classy. Thanks, Mel.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely pay him to tell us the same information that we already know.
Yeah. I just want someone to do the work for me, honestly. Let's just go there.
I don't know what that means, Tim. That's a big word.
What is that word?
Serious lituation. Lituation?
Oh, I was lit.
Lituate.
It was a situation. Oh, I like that so
lituation.
Much. Oh, so you got a fan, Chris.
No, my kid came in.
The kid think she's talking about the kid. But
yeah.
Chris,
I didn't even see. I was looking over here. Hi, kid.
Or she found a picture of the sheep before his sweater was made.
I thought she was hitting on you. I'm sorry. Damn. Try to set something up there.
There he goes here.
Yeah, you got it. Hi, Sand Dollar.
Yeah, this time's better to hear because your shipping's done. All your excuses are out the window. Like we can call on you now, and
yeah. Do you want to come in, Zahir?
Shazad, I like that Melabrana accent.
There we go. They want the knowledge. Okay, Cernoch, tell me what your favorite platform is, please. Which one are you liking the most?
Well, I mean,
Grailed.
this was a hard question because like it would have to be eBay because I'm still selling on eBay for like the money, but for like the if the money didn't matter, it would probably be Grailed right now. Yeah,
Okay.
Grailed or Depop, but I'm not getting sales on Depop yet. So
Yeah.
Not even one.
huh?
Not even one sale there.
Oh no, I have sales. I just want the sales coming in every single day. You know, I want
Right. Now, has the promoted listings helped you at all?
Oh yeah, dude. That stuff we talked about that one night.
Mhm.
Oh man, I tell you what.
I know you had a bad Sunday because we were talking about that. And I was like, damn, something's not right here. But that could be your server day where there just no sales come in now. I mean,
Well, usually it was Tuesday. I didn't have any sales in.
Mine's
I had a $400, $500 day yesterday. I was like,
Right.
what?
I mean, how long has it been since you had one of them?
In a while.
Yeah.
In a while. So I was just like, what the heck happened? So
I
And you're
think
still
they
doing
really, I
kind of
think
the-
they really reward you though when you first start doing it. I think it's like they go, "Oh, let's hook them." I really do.
yeah.
But it's like anything else. Though. I think consistency with that. It seems like the more consistent I am with my times on that stuff. This is something I really never even talked about, but my store responds better to it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's almost like it knows it's coming. Like, and I hate to say that's even true, but that's just the feeling I get from it. It's just like any other consistency with eBay. But so, are you still kind of sticking to what we did, or have you adjusted it some? Or
No, I'm sticking to it just like every day. You know, do the markdown and then do the promoted listings on top, and it's been working. You know.
and what about like your percentage off? Did you have to go up a little bit on that?
No, I actually went down a little bit. I've been doing the trending rate plus 2% higher.
Mhm.
So that's
That's about 10% at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's about this. It's a good sweet spot right there. So
yeah, because most people do trending plus 1, so you're getting over them by doing the trending plus 2.
it's around like 8 to 10%.
Mhm.
So what I've been seeing.
Grailed is everywhere.
Grailed is worldwide.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, anywhere that PayPal is applicable.
Dude, I've sold. Yeah, through my Grailed, I've sold. Shoot.
Oh man, how about eBay? They did something right today. They announced today that PayPal will be in managed payments and PayPal credit.
Ooh.
Is that what that's? Okay, I was trying to figure it all out, and I had to go to the airport. So
Hey, Lainey.
stop. Hey, Steve.
That just made me think of you because I know somebody recently did. Not you. You didn't do PayPal credit. It was somebody else, Chris, right?
Yeah.
Who was it?
Can't remember.
I can't remember. Somebody recently did it, and Brandon didn't he? Resale King. Didn't he recently do a PayPal working capital?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so, to buy his trailer. And now that the thing was, so if they go to manage payments, now they're not PayPal working capital. Your income is what goes into your PayPal account.
Mhm.
That's how they justify how much to give you, and it's a 0% loan. It's just a fee in the beginning, and which is nothing, really.
Mhm.
So that was a big fear. Well, now they announced today that that's going to be in managed payments. So I think they finally got the.
Okay, because I'd heard something somewhere different, so that's why I'm a little frustrated. Like I don't know what to believe now, but I believe you because you heard it.
There you go.
But
How did it work out?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you got stuff. I would get her stuff if I were her. I would move it as much as I can and not even source that much since she's moving houses. That's just the way I would handle it. Try to get rid of as much as possible. But
Andrew.
I heard that that if you had a working PayPal capital loan, that you had to contact PayPal and work out a payment plan. That's what I had heard. So
well, that's anything. If anything changes, like say you stop reselling, you still got to have a payment plan and all that,
Yeah.
But now they've announced that in June it'll be embedded in, like, as of they have, every time they do a rollout, it's over like 3 months of all these changes. So I was just looking over the list earlier, and I think it's as June comes in or July, one or the other, they're going to have it built into the new managed payments. Which, if they do that, I might switch over. What part of Delaware? What's up, Justin?
The part that's by you.
Every part of Delaware is by me, bro. Oh,
Justin,
man.
I may be a little hungover, but hello. Well, there's Chat's so weird. But they have also, like, we're talking about specifics being changed within eBay, like item specifics again. And I don't know if that's going to glitch like it did last time, but have you guys had the same glitch I have? Where
today, right?
Huh?
He had item specifics change this morning, I heard.
Yeah, they added another one to like clothing. They added like fabric type.
Yeah, what the heck? Like, okay.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What is this? Because you know how you were talking about last night, like, oh, look at my little, my blue dot got, full. And I was going through some listings and I'm like, why is it? Because I was changing pictures over to make them compatible with Poshmark. Listen to make your picture square like a long time ago. And now I'm like going back through all my pictures and editing them. But yeah, I came across it. It was like fabric type, and I'm like, "What is this?"
Did you look in the list of what they have in there?
It's garbage.
It's like poly sheen or some shit. I don't know. Like
I'm like
the only one that makes sense to me, honestly, is the satin, because I actually used that one yesterday, and I was like, "That's good that that's there." But people. I don't see how it's really helping that much, but the glitch I've been having for the past few days, it's taking away my return. Like if I go in to edit a listing or, mess with it, it'll tell me, oh, you can't list it because you're missing something. And I go back down and it takes my return policy away. So I just have to add it. It's not a big deal, but I don't think to do it because it shouldn't be leaving. It should stay there,
Well, my shipping has been missing. Like I've sent you pictures of it. It's been missing. I was asking you, but it doesn't seem to be affecting. Like I had you search my stuff, and but you said some of them weren't coming up at all. Period. Yeah. And you had to search a different way, and they would come up. But I don't know. It's so weird. But it has no item details. Like it said, like every item I went in to edit said, I do not know the details of the site. That slider that's on the weight and dimensions of your box. Yeah. Every one of those was on saying, I don't know the dimensions, but my shipping flat rate was still there. Right. So I kind of stopped putting it in some of my listings, which is really just a lazy thing to do. But let me ask you this. What if I was calculated? There's no way that means nothing would be there. It wouldn't show up, but I'm not doing specifics, right? So if that happened to calculated people, those listings are not visible, period. Exactly. But I'll never use calculated again. I still find some here and there that I haven't changed, by accident. And, they still sell, but every listing I put up now is flat rate, period. End of story. It's just the way it is.
Makes it so much easier too,
I don't know. It's frustrating. eBay's really slow for me right now, but the week before I didn't list anything. So I can only blame me. This week I'm listing every day, so I can have a better comparison of what eBay's doing for me, based on my giving. But I've been cross-posting as much as I can. List perfectly. I highly suggest that. I love that feeling. I love that feeling of just being on multiple platforms. It's just a feeling, even if the sales don't come in every day on some of those platforms, the feeling of the views and having Linktree, like I feel like finally for once my little ecosystem starting to build, having social media, tying social media and tying, Linktree, but I don't have a following yet, but it's there. It's all coming into play. It does feel good, especially for you because of what's gone on in your eBay, life. So I'm allowed to list 200 items now. Oh, bro. Cool. Do it. Did they give you a dollar amount or just an item? It's always like the $50 per item ASP they usually give you. So it's like 105,000, and they gave me 210,000, and so that's huge for me because I was only getting like 40 items up or 50. Then I'd have to pull them down and put in like little pet shops to be able to get more high dollar items, and I was getting so screwed over. With List Perfectly though, it's really cool when you're listing, because when I first got it, all I was doing is cross posting. I haven't listed through List Perfectly, but I would list on eBay and then move it straight over to every platform. That feels great to right then and there. I've got this item on like 4 platforms. It's amazing, that feeling. And yesterday I'm trying, because of Tim and Cernoch, I'm trying to here and there put a picture of something on Instagram that I have listed somewhere. And yesterday I was like, okay, I got to hashtag better. I kind of suffer with hashtags sometimes, I have to say. But I hashtagged these coffee mugs and they sold today. Not through Instagram that I'm aware of, but it could be. I've had them forever.
But did you look at your traffic? You see if it came from outside?
I haven't. I'll do that.
You could have. Yeah.
So I found that interesting. And then, I don't know, it's just kind of cool. Etsy's the worst for me right now to understand. So I was paying $1 a day for Google Ads, and then I took it off. I did it for 6 days, and I go, you know what? I'm not getting traffic here, and I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I really need to build up the store where if someone comes to my store, I think on Etsy, they do shop your store. So if I just build it up and then start spending money, once I have it, I don't even think my listings are very good. So I need to really work on that one. That's time consuming. Have you ever listed on Etsy?
No, I haven't. No,
I have not. I want to get there.
Better than eBay. Makes more sense than eBay. I have to say that.
I want to get there eventually, but I want to kind of have all my stuff kind of like, on Depop and Poshmark and, before I kind of send it out.
Yeah. But that's a nice thing, Justin. That's the same kind of you're doing it just a different way. You're following your supplemental income still comes from outside of eBay. It's just a different form, which is, I think we would all much rather have that, right? than
I think Justin would be pleasantly surprised because the items he sells would sell on Mercari. And if you have lists perfectly, it's only $30 a month. That's $1 a day to get way more eyes on your stuff. And what I found, some of my items that sell on Mercari are really saturated on eBay.
Yeah.
And they're not saturated at all on Mercari.
It's Funko heaven. Well, I know Justin knows because that's where he snipes a lot of his stuff from, is Mercari.
I've sold one on there.
All about it. I'm sorry, I don't know if he does anymore, but he used to buy a lot off from Mercari back in the day.
Right.
He bought lots off people, and he found some amazing deals. Amazing deals.
Well, I sold one Funko Pop on Mercari so far. I mean, I'm still, I haven't put much time into it, but I see potential. What it did was really interesting, and I don't know if it's just in those categories or what caused this, but it told me as I was listing, it goes, you have a desirable item. And then it put like some shout out that I have this item to people that are looking at these items or something. And of course it sold. So I don't understand what was going on even, but there's something within Mercari that's kind of special. I just haven't figured it out yet.
Look at Gay. Did you see Gay's question right above Lisa? Right where you're hot. She's trying to set her day around how long this is going to be. That's such a good feeling, though, that people actually try to set their day. How long are you guys going to be live for? That tells me I can list 40 items or 4.
Right. We'll go until we can't go anymore.
Or drive halfway across Australia, whichever one.
Exactly. Zahir wants your list perfectly affiliate code.
Oh, Zahir, Jesus.
So, okay, for UK, let's think about this. So UK they don't have Mercari. They do have Grailed,
Depop,
Etsy,
and Etsy.
Depop. See, it's worth it to me. I do want to start Depop. It's the one I haven't started yet, and I want to start Relove. I was looking at it yesterday.
I thought it was going out of business.
Said one person. I need to look into that.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
right,
it might be, but why did they just add it then if it's going out of business?
Well, that's just list perfectly adding it. That has nothing to do with Relove.
Okay, well,
you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just.
Well, maybe they just need more love. So give them some love.
Maybe they need to be reloved.
Yeah, right.
That's it.
Yeah, it's RELOVV. Is that it? Relove. It's spelled weird.
I can't see it. I'm not logged in right now.
Yeah, there's no Poshmark in the UK, but they're going to get it. There's no doubt.
Oh yeah.
Poshmark. Oh, whatever you did, Tommy. I don't know. I was like, I had like 158 notifications this morning on Poshmark.
I know. I was sharing everybody's stuff with
I only got one bundle offer and they're not taking it. So, I mean, it didn't really do it, but it was like, oh, shoot, that's a lot of notifications.
Well, and it was also in the middle of the night. I was just testing it out, like, so it wasn't prime time to share.
Yeah. Okay, Joni says it's ending in March. She got an email. Okay, so that's good. I won't waste my time on that. Yeah, how you spell it though. I wonder, I guess, I'd never heard of it, so I do well at barely listing on eBay. I don't need many more platforms for me. But it's so easy. It's like literally just a couple minutes and you can have it on 4 platforms. So I think it's worth it.
You can sell that Bentley jacket on Grailed.
Yeah, I've got a Maserati jacket that's not moving yet, but it will.
Yeah.
So, okay, Cernoch, do you list in List Perfectly?
No, because.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me tell them if they're not part of this. You have options. You can list on a platform and then move it from List Perfectly to other platforms, or you can start your listing in List Perfectly, and I haven't done it. So,
yeah. The one reason I don't like list or like starting my listing in List Perfectly is because it's just weird. There's weird ticks about how I list, and I list everything like on the computer. Well, when I do List Perfectly, it says, well, I can't drag and drop the photos, and I want to drag and drop the photos. It comes up with the select the photos, and then it goes all out of whack. I'm like, for eBay, I can just drag and drop the photos, let them load, and while I'm doing that, I can start working on everything in the eBay, the description and all that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
I just think it's faster for me. For others, it may not, but for me, I'm just like so used to eBay. Creating the listing is like super fast, and the way I can cross post it from List Perfectly, it just makes sense.
Okay. So. Well, yeah, it's funny. Everybody does list a little different, huh?
Yeah, but again, it works. It however you do it, it's so much faster. It basically, List Perfectly is almost like photo management as well.
Yeah.
You can just load it into one, like I load it into eBay and I'm done. I can delete the pictures, get rid of the pictures because it spews them out on every other platform.
Yeah, I think I'm just so used to listing on eBay that I very rarely have gone over to, say, Poshmark and made my listing there. It's only happened a couple times with like designer items I knew I didn't want to deal with eBay on.
Yeah.
But eBay's just what I've done. So you tend to stick with what you're used to, I think. And Bonanza, I've never done Bonanza, but you do, don't you?
No, I don't do Bonanza.
Okay.
So I do eBay, Grailed, Depop, Poshmark, and Mercari right now.
I felt like there was more. Do you ever do Facebook? I know.
I want to start doing Facebook. Okay, listen. I got in trouble for saying this, but I'll say it again.
Say it.
I don't want to do a Facebook because I don't want to be dealing with the people out here.
I know.
Okay, I'm serious. Like, I really don't want to deal with people out here. That's why I do what I do now. I do online sales where we can just talk. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Ship it, send it. If you want to return it, great. Return it, whatever. I ain't got to meet face to face.
Yeah.
Or drive somewhere, drop it off. I'm not interested in that.
I feel like I spend every quarter. I feel like I spend a couple weeks doing Facebook, and then I'll just leave the listings up if they don't sell. I keep most of those items out in my garage. They're out of my site anyway, and I'll get really into it because when you do put time, just like any other platform, put time into it, you do get good response, but you deal with a lot of idiots too that suck your time and energy. But I think I've had 2 sales this week on Facebook. Last week I had, I think 3. That's not bad. I mean, for Facebook, anyway, for me. I make them come to me. I don't, I used to go meet them around the corner and do all this safe stuff. And now I'm just like, just come to my house. If you're going to kill me. I don't care. Like, whatever,
Like Jeff said, this is good for one-offs or things that nightmare to ship. I've got stuff in the garage that I'm always thinking like, yeah, put that up on Facebook. Put that on Facebook. And I'm like, I got so much other stuff. I'm like, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
During the spring, I'll get to it. And, you know.
That's what I do. And everyone will tell you the opposite. Don't have them come to your house. And I highly suggest you don't. But I personally am to the point I don't care.
Yeah. And I don't want to drive. I don't want to go meet people. And
No.
Part of my town is rural. Like a lot of my town is rural.
And a lot of times I'll put just cheap items on there, knowing that it'll sell fast. And I just do a porch pickup. I'm like, I have a canister out there with a lid. I'm like, put the money in the canister, and I just hope they follow through with that, you know? I don't know. Hey, Lynn, how are you? Yeah, Poshmark's so slow. If you haven't tried Mercari, just try it because it doesn't cost anything. And even like if you don't use a cross-posting app or extension, like put a few things up there. And if you have Ray Dunn, put that up there, I guess. Jeez.
Yeah, like put your like little housewares, little like I sell so much dumb stuff on Mercari, you know, like little bear figurines I got at the
I'm telling you, that's where I'm selling these pewter little figurines I have. And I've sold a bunch of them on eBay though. But I mean, it just cracks me up because I'm like, I wonder. So I put it on there and it works. And I'm going, okay, Mercari is a good place for this item. You don't know until you try.
Or like retail arbitrage toys. I just sold like all these Beyblades and all these tech deck toys on Mercari. It was like, boom, gone. Yeah. So.
Did you make money?
Yeah.
Okay. How about your tanks?
Okay.
On Mercari.
Let's not get carried away.
The tanks are a specialized item. Okay. Kent and I discussed this. It's going to take the right buyer to come along. Might get some multiple sales on it. These are super long tails. So.
Yeah.
See you soon, Mel.
I keep sending people offers though. There's people watching them like crazy. I don't know what the sweet spot is in the pricing. I think I have them way overpriced, but it might come down over a while.
For what?
For the tanks.
I wonder how they would do on Etsy, honestly. Hi, Drew.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know, because I've heard, and you have clothing. I can't believe you're not on Etsy yet, because from what I hear, vintage clothing does well on Etsy.
I know. I've been super looking into it for my. I want to start a whole vintage. That's what I want to do. I just want to start a vintage clothing on Etsy, but it's just like I haven't got around to it yet.
I think you might get more money there than eBay will ever give you on that.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Last night said she's even sold vintage video games on Etsy. Like I was like, what?
I know. I don't even think of that when I think Etsy. I think glass and decor and
I mean, I put vintage in every title, no matter what it is. I mean, so it doesn't matter. Is that okay for Etsy? Can you just do that?
I don't know. I even take the word vintage out of some of my titles because I'm like, it's a vintage site. Like, why do I put that in there?
He tried to sell the whole lot for $20, Mike. I mean,
I have it broken up now. So.
Hi, Tony.
Oh, God, that's hilarious.
As long as it's 20 years old, it's good on Etsy or homemade or craft.
Yeah.
I
want to put all my 80s and 90s stuff on there.
Yeah.
So
it's not like the listing process isn't difficult or anything. It's just different. You know, it's just different.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not good at hashtags. I just need to get better at that. And because they do give you a lot of room in a title to describe it, and you get like 13 hashtags. And then when it comes to the material the thing's made of, you get like 3 more hashtags for that. It's kind of crazy.
What's up, Craig?
I'm looking into it. I'll get there eventually.
Brad stopping him from the work shitter.
Good luck with that.
Oh my God.
Research websites for vintage clothing. It depends what kind of research. What do you think?
It depends on what kind of vintage clothing you're talking about too. You know,
like
you know the best way, and I'll be honest, the best way I've over the years kind of developed the knowledge.
Over the years, hey Tim.
Yeah, hey Tim. Go on Instagram and just start following just people that are in this community. and just
hashtags like Insta Fashion, Insta Shop. Like there's like 20 key tags that I have a list of that people are using
vintage
for their
tees,
stores.
vintage rap tea, and then you start following these people, and those people lead to other people, and then you just start seeing all this stuff, and just scroll for Instagram, just that for an hour a day, and just immerse yourself in that, and you'll know next time you go to the thrift shop, you see something hanging there, you'll be like, oh my God, look at this.
Yeah.
And when I first started Poshmark, like I've said this a few times, I shared solds in my categories. So that way I just would look at it when I was sharing it. Like I would be sitting here and I would filter everything by men's, like I would do like say men's shirts or whatever, men's shoes or men's pants. And I would literally on Poshmark for hours just share solds. So I was looking at what was selling, I would see. And after a while, you just get like, your mind just memorizes it. It's wild how that works.
I remember the first time you said that to me anyway, was on a Poshmark talk show with
you and Andy and all them guys, yeah.
And I was just like kind of blew over that.
You're like, what?
I was like, no, dumbass. Like it didn't make sense at the time, but I didn't quite understand what you're doing either, I don't think. And it does make sense to do it, to share that way.
Because you have to share anyway.
Yeah.
The shares. It doesn't matter what you share.
Yeah.
So.
Or it's just start searching on eBay. You know what I'm saying? Vintage 90s shirt and go from highest to lowest and see what's selling.
Well, yeah, and just filter out the money, filter out minus money laundering.
Yeah, and just go down to see that. Go and just filter, out all the craziness, but then filter down and see the 400, 300, 200, $100 shirts, and you'll see some of these shirts popping up over and over, not over and over and over again, but you'll see like, oh wow, I didn't know this Sonic Youth shirt, sold for $500. That's a real sale, so.
Well, it just gives you a really good idea of what to be on the lookout for, because a lot of it doesn't really make sense to me. It's starting to more so, but
obscurity sells obscure.
I look at the things you pick up that are like destination shirts, and I go, I've never liked those. Do people really wear this crap? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
You're selling. Brad. Bye, Brad. You're selling the hell out of them.
Or just like if anybody watched my live. A lot of people, the same people watch my live doing hats. It doesn't matter what's on the hat. It just has a style. It just looks cool.
Yeah.
The smell and the style, it's good.
Yeah. It's just like once you just zero in on just that overall style, you can just be like, all right, I'm picking that up.
Yeah.
So, like this, like just this, like this could have been any brand. I wouldn't have cared if this would have been Cabin Creek or whatever. I would have still picked it up.
Yeah.
Just because of the design, just because of the look. It's just a bonus that it's vintage Woolrich made in the USA.
Yeah, that's true. Seriously though, Cabin Creek, I've sold some pieces. See, like Buffalo Plaid, I'll buy it in anything almost.
Some of those color blocks, some of the crazy patterns, it will sell. So, oh my God.
Tim, Coogie's so weird to me, but shockingly, I've sold a really weird Coogie piece not that long ago, like a week ago. It was a button-up or pearl snap shirt embroidered, weird for Coogie, but big embroidery on the back. I got $65 for that. And I was like, I'm going to try it, and then I'll jack it down to 20, what it will probably sell for. So I would price it high because your size, and my size was like a 3XL, I think. So with that size, 4XL, I would price that. What do you think, Cernoch?
I would have to see it. You know what I'm saying? I would have to see it, like the design.
Yeah.
Like that. Tim, shoot it over to me, and I'll shoot it over to me right now, and I'll look at it. And
I'm gonna guess that it's Tim, so he probably, it's probably got some cool shit to it.
Yeah, the more with Coogie and a lot of this vintage stuff, the bigger the better. And then that's not size; it's more like the more with Coogie, especially the more embroidery, the loudness, the more colors.
Yeah, But you know what? That shirt I got 65 for was white on white. Weird. But it was the size. It was really the size, the 3XL, I think.
And for the white on white, it's got sometimes that super clean look is still in. That I think that super clean look will never die.
Right.
I got people asking me like, "Yo, do you have any plain single stitch like Screen Star shirts?"
Do they always start out with yo, or is that just?
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They're hitting me up on Grailed, so it's like, "Yo, bro."
I love it.
There's a different lingo on Grailed as well that I kind of enjoy.
Him and my man are gonna have a good talk. He's gonna love talking to Jack.
Yeah.
Rah.
Okay. Any suggestions for researching Ralph Lauren Black Label? It's possibly vintage. I'm not sure.
Black Label.
With Ralph Lauren, do they have those on the Vintage Fashion Guild?
Ralph Lauren, it's that you. If anyone figures out how to date perfectly, other than China, Ralph Lauren and Made in USA, the islands, and what is it like Mexico? After that, and China, and take out China, the middle ones like all the island, the other like Philippines and all that, Thailand. If anyone can figure that out, I'll pay. That's something I will pay for.
Yeah, I still can't figure it out.
I feel like they use like 10 different plants at all times. It's
hard.
Mm-hmm.
Is that how they talk to you on Grailed? No, bro, hook me up with that dope Coogee. What?
Now Nike is a little bit easier, much easier than that. Like Cernoch can tell you just by the color of the label, basically what it's. If it's a white on white with gray in the middle, or white on white.
Yeah,
I think those are on the Vintage Fashion Guild, the Nike ones, for the most
part. What Jazz sent over that jacket the other day.
That was sweet, wasn't it?
Really?
Yeah, it was really nice.
She sent me a picture. Her and Brad found this. I guess a women's. That was women's. It looked like, I guess, but I wasn't sure. It was a vintage ass Nike track. I could just tell myself, and I was like, let me send this to Chris just to make sure. And he was like, bro.
What, bro?
89 and 94, bro. Hornets colors.
Nice. See, that's another thing. Thinking of what team goes with the color. I don't think like that, but now I'm starting to.
That's exactly what I told Jazz. I was like, I'm glad I sent it, because I would have never said those keywords. Those keywords are like, especially being in Australia, like it's much harder for them to find. You could probably easily just go on eBay here and search, vintage Nike tracksuit and stumble across the Hornets color. But over there, to use that keyword is like golden, I would think.
Yeah.
Because the rarity is just sick.
There you go, Tim.
Yep.
Is it fly?
It's dope. It's got a look. It's got a big like embroidery spell on the back. It's a newer style.
Yeah.
It's not like a super vintage style, but I think for that size too, sometimes don't shy away from big sizes either, especially in your more like vintage or your hip hop oriented stuff. Like go big. I just
Where's yours made at? Where's yours from, Nannies? Did I miss it? Did I miss what she said hers was from? I'm just going to tell you a secret. I generally always just put vintage 90s.
Just move on.
And just like, and if I'm really be bold, I'll put vintage 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
So again, I'm a broken record when it comes to this. You just tell the story, and that's that, and you just make the story.
Like Natalie's bullet hole in her polo sweater. Like, Tupac wore this in Las Vegas.
That's such a great sweater. Like, she's just sitting on it. It's so good.
Yeah. So.
I wonder if she's still asleep.
No. She messaged me on Instagram earlier, because I messaged her like afterwards and said that you did really good. We'll have to do it again on my channel one night. And I think the response is good. And she's like, oh, she messaged back earlier today. I had a blast. I was so good chatting to you guys. I was like, yeah, really, she did well.
She's so easy to listen to. I like her so much. She texted me right before bed, and she goes, I didn't realize I was drunk till I stood up and walked around. Okay. Where's everyone from? Put in the chat where you're from. Elo wants to know.
I'm in Delaware.
I'm in Texas.
I'm in the eastern panhandle of West Virginia.
Oh my God, he's in a skillet.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Elo? I see you around.
He's in Pennsylvania, right? If I'm not mistaken, I've seen him type that before in chats. Like I see him in Anthony's chat in the morning when I'm shipping and stuff. I don't really chat in there much, but I do every once in a while.
Yeah. Okay.
There's Kent Daigle. He's alive.
Of course.
What? I'm in the hood.
Poor Kent. Yeah, he's telling Natalie she's in the hood.
I know, right?
Hey, Tim. Okay, so what about Depop? What's the listing process there? Is it hard or easy?
Oh, the listing process on Depop is super easy, but I'm learning. Okay, so I'm in the infancy of Depop right now, and I'm experimenting with a lot of different stuff with Depop. And because I feel like some of my clean white background looks aren't really pushing the envelope for Depop.
Yeah.
So I'm experimenting with Bazart, putting like crazy looking backgrounds behind it. And
You're making me do that now, and I'm like loving it. What the heck?
Yeah, it's like just make it look funky, because if you look at Depop's main page, like if you go search for anything, you're not seeing t-shirt on a white background or a jacket on a white background. You're seeing someone wear it. You're seeing someone throw it on the floor, hanged up with crazy stuff behind it. So,
well, if you do, the good thing is though, Chris, I have noticed that's missing. You and I, we have a niche that's missing on Depop. If we want to model our clothes, the dad bod stores they're not really saturated yet.
There you go.
It's not at all.
Do it. Well, okay, so you really, I know that's what people prefer is you modeling the clothes, but obviously most of us can't do that.
Yeah, nobody wants to see us model, but not me and Chris anyway.
I wouldn't want to do it. So that's why you're doing the background, I guess. And it is kind of funny. Like, I like a crisp white background and everything. And
the Andy.
I'm not sure if. Do you think the other platforms are going to change that way too? Like where you're going to have to stand out? Is that the problem I'm having with Poshmark possibly, that it's just a basic white background? And I don't know.
I don't think necessarily on Poshmark, but on because the Depop scrolling is just different because there's no Google, like there's Google has nothing to do with Depop since it's basically all app based.
We're echoing.
Oh, I think I got loud. Since it's all app based, so it's more of an Instagram scroll. It's someone typing in like, "Yo, I want a dope hat, like trucker hat," and they just scroll and they're like, "Yo, that's cool," and then they go to.
And I've seen that search result. "Yo, I want a dope trucker hat." I've seen that search.
They're typing that in.
Yo is always my number one keyword on.
Yeah, yo, I want a dope trucker hat. So, but it's just a different. That's how we have to learn how the younger generation, how the 16, 17, 18, 19-year-olds are shopping, how they're buying, and so to kind of move that way to show them like, yo, check out this, it's something that just catches the eye.
Yeah, no, that's it, Tim. Like on Poshmark, I can't tell if I'm buying someone's living room or a fucking sweatsuit. Like I just can't. It gets ridiculous.
Yeah,
fucking planters and pots and
macrame wall
porch swings. I mean, what am I buying here? This is like House. You ever seen that app House? Like,
yeah,
you can buy like the whole room, like hit the tags around the room. And buy.
But here's the thing too. On Depop, it's kind of like almost the opposite. Yo, let me throw this sweatshirt on the asphalt and take a picture of it, and it looks very just. I don't know if the correct wording for it is.
Yeah.
Well, what's Rally Roots?
Out in the wild, it looks just.
That was the biggest drop yesterday. On the eBay's big conference call yesterday that everyone got to watch. They talked about Rally Roots for like 9 minutes.
Really?
about the photo app, using the photo app, and they're going to be guest.
Have you tried it? Like, here's the thing with that photo app.
Yeah, it's about as good as Preparation H.
Yeah, I tried it on a couple items. What it works well on is like I did a pack of cards. That perfect. So I get that. I did it on something that was round and had something sticking out of it. It did okay, but it looked kind of clunky where I have the other app, so I might make it look good, right? But I like that they're trying. I'm not going to do.
No, I do. Now I do like Andy uses a web-based one. If he still does it, Andy, I'm sorry if you don't anymore, but the first time I ever saw the white back that type of thing was like 2 years ago when I met Andy, or a year and a half ago, whatever it was. He showed me what he uses, and it's it's like I can't remember anymore. Clipping Magic, I think, is what it's called. But the eBay app is very similar to that. When you touch it up, how it does it itself, like it outlines it.
I like that because
that's how Clipping Magic is, and it's brilliant now. And that's a very good feature in eBay's app. But if the problem with that is if it can't determine the differences when it originally does it, a lot of times that will fail as well. Yeah.
Well, my thing,
I think that's a good start. What they're doing.
J Dub says
the technology's out there, so they should be able to perfect this. I'm thinking. Which
my thing is, they were talking about this 2 years ago. They had it ready 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And oh wow, here's some crumbs for you guys. I don't know. You know what?
I know we had to all go out and buy pay money on apps instead. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna continue using what I got. So.
What do you use?
Bazart.
Oh,
we don't discuss Bazart on this channel.
Bazart.
I actually like Photo Room a lot. I really do.
One thing with Photo Room, you gotta be careful with the shadows.
No, you just take it out. You don't use it. Like you get rid of the shadow.
Yeah, but when it does the first initial clip,
it
sometimes it leaves the shadows in there.
That's what the eBay app does as well.
Yeah.
The eBay app leaves shadows up the front.
Nice white on white. Sometimes that'll work, but I take it out. I was actually going to contact the company and see if there's a default where I can make it never have a shadow, because it takes less than a second to get rid of the shadow, but I'd rather not have to do that, to be
71 in here today. Damn.
Wow.
Now with Photo Room, I mess with it a lot. Can you put graphics behind it pretty easy?
Like layers?
Yeah, I just did. If you go to my Instagram, I've done only 2 like that now, and it's very easy. Yeah. Incredibly easy.
Well, I spent the money on Bazart, so I'm not changing.
No, of course. And actually, Photo Room's a little cheaper. I can't remember.
I wish I did, Greg. No.
Not yet.
No, Andy, I don't think they'll ever fix that. They don't care about that, honestly.
No, they don't.
They won't even bring it up. They won't even mention it.
No. And it's funny because Grailed is doing this now in their beta mode. That you can. Tim asked me today on Instagram. Boom, it's a binding offer. They send it. You accept it, and it's boom. PayPal money's there. So and you could accept it 15 minutes later, 2 hours later. It sucks it right out of their PayPal.
Good.
And the thing about it is like with all this stuff, like that's the biggest advancement that needs to be. eBay, all this little bullshit they're doing with promoted listings and all. I guarantee that's all benefits them. You know, today's big advancement was, you can do more promoted listing. That was today's drop. That don't help us. It helps, to an extent of visibility, but it's their bottom line more so than us.
Yeah.
They should work on the seller tools first before they worry about that. If they're really about the seller, they're working on the stuff that benefits their pocket first. Yeah. Before they even mention anything. Like getting paid is number one, right?
It should be money's first.
Number one, getting paid. I mean,
I'm still waiting on 5 items to be paid.
They literally have not even mentioned it, not once. I spammed it in the chat, or not the chat today, and there's a discussion board today, and I put it in there 5 times. They won't even acknowledge it.
Crazy. No. Look who's here. Oh. Hi, Don.
Well, I mean, I believe that eBay can do it, but here's a problem. When they start, they bring it to the engineers and like, all right, we want to have automatic payments, and they're like, all right, they get excited and they're like, all right, we're going to start this, and they start messing with it. They're like, oh yeah, let's not touch this. Because one little move, they break this, they break that, they break this, and
Wendy.
Yeah, what does that mean? How?
What? You mean they paid? Huh? Or how about Ken? How about Ken Bagel the other day? He sent us a text about his buyer. They made him an offer, and then he accepted it, and like they sent a message right away. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that meant I had to buy it. Like like I thought I was just like shopping for a car, basically going to the different dealers and trying to get the best price. I thought that's what that was for. Like what an idiot! Like
Oh my God.
So.
Bye, Stu. That's crazy that people even have that. They really trained the eBay shoppers, this way.
Yeah, it should be click buy. You
better hope it's on their cliff notes that they have, Lisa, or you're not getting an answer. I will have to check for that next. Yes, you only pay promoted listings if it sells off of that link. So if someone clicks your promoted listing, and if they buy it within 30 days after that cookie's been processed, they get the promoted listing fee. And that even if you cancel your promoted listings tomorrow, but they clicked it yesterday, today, while it was promoted, that fee still applies. So.
Yeah, and how are you to know how they found it anyway? I honestly think they just, if you're doing promoted listings, I think they just say everything sold via promoted, honestly.
Well, eventually it will be 100% promoted, or you won't be selling unless you're in antiques and stuff like that. That's one-offs, rare, very rare stuff. I mean,
right.
Once they pull the duplicate listings out finally and go to pay-per-click, it's all going to be pretty much 100% promoted listings.
Well, see, a lot of my vintage stuff that I'm selling isn't promoted listings. It's people just searching for it and buying it, or like finding it and buying it, not through the promoted listing though.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of nice,
Well, if they search it and they see the promoted before that, that's promoted.
That's upside down. That's what it's a bidding war. So you're bidding, like it's just like Google keywords. You bid by, popularity basically, or search volume. So if I say there's, every results page has like, I think it's 5, or on the original 25, I think there's 5 promoted spots reserved for promoted listings. No matter what, you can't organically get to those spots. They're reserved. So the top 5 people with a good listing and the highest promoted in order will get those reserved spots. So say you have 100 people promoting, that's all fine and dandy. The other 95 will be on the next page or pages throughout, like however many it is on the. I only worry about page 1, so I don't know how page 2, 3, 4, 5. Shazad might know how that works. I think it's 5 in the first 20. Shazad, 1, 3, 5, 7, 13, and 15, maybe something like that.
Well, yeah, I think the price is the most important thing.
Yeah.
But I also think if the price is good and the picture sucks, they may not click on it.
I think with your product, Shazad, you're 100% right. In everyday products, it's where you return in the search results, because they don't. I think people that buy your items have a tendency, if people shop vitamins hard and stuff like that, that's a whole e-commerce system of its own. I mean, the industry, vitamins, feel good, placebo pills, all that stuff. That's like hundreds of billions of dollars, right?
Right.
Just drill that shit down to, pennies. With us, it's convenience on the shit that we sell. Best match helps us more than people give it credit for. You can sell stuff for Andy Parrot Head Picker. He does it all the time. He sells stuff for $10, $15, $20 more than I get all the time, because his listing is good. He doesn't take crap offers, and his pictures are second to none. I mean, I see it all the time. I follow people. It's just, price has, a little bit to do with it. But
he's very, I think part-timers really are willing to sit on their stuff more too. Like I can't right now. If I get an offer and it's good enough, that's great. I'm taking it.
Yep.
But he doesn't have a slow, crazy sell-through rate. His sell-through rate is so good. Like I look at his, I mean, I follow his store. I keep tabs on all the people that I know who do the job right, and that I use them as what I want to eventually be. Even though Andy's part-time, he's still like a goal in my mind to be as good as him.
Yeah. He's a perfectionist.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Oh my God. And Tim, damn, Mastro's is one of my favorite steakhouses. Like a party. Cool.
Ken Riggle's another one. He uses a lot of like really good photos and stock photos, but he don't take shit prices. He just don't. And he has 2,000 items, 100 and some thousand in inventory.
Wow.
But he's got a full-time job. It's different. But he commands more money than I ever will get because I need the cash flow. I'm going to take 20%, 30% less than him.
Yeah, I agree. Because I've downsized my store quite a bit, and I like my workroom right now because it's not overflowing with all the inventory. I just have to like I'm not afraid to like I want to put probably 3 times as much clothing in because I have the space for that. So that's what I'm maybe working on. But I like not tripping over things and not like having to move things to get to something else. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I'll never have an issue selling discounted clothes. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
True.
Like with my clothing, I mean, I get it for 50 cents. Like
I think you buy it below the market.
Dude, this cost me literally 50 cents. 50 cents.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you find such interesting things. You can just do what you want with the interesting things.
Yeah.
I have so much that is just basic and run of the mill right now that I'm glad to see it go.
Yeah. I'm glad to see myself go too.
Yeah. And I think new tags is mostly what Tommy's doing right now. So that's a different game altogether too. You just have to kind of look at it for you.
I just go through days. Like I just felt like doing that the other day. Tomorrow I want to go thrifting all day. It's just a different,
yeah.
And that's the only way I keep saying, I think, because I could not grind thrift stores every single day.
Nope.
For some reason. I don't know why. I could grind RA every single day, clothing, because I love them. It's a passion.
Okay.
And generally I'm going to find something I want, multiple things that I want every single day, but not in a thrift store.
Yeah, that's true. It's the same when you're working, though. Like when you're at home all day getting work done, you're photographing. You're going to pick what you're in the mood to do. Some days it's clothes and some days it's not. Some days I'm like, I'm not touching a piece of clothing today. It's all hard goods, or it's all, you get to pick. And that's why this.
Take care, David.
Day good. Bye, David.
Tim's going to get some dinner.
Mastro's. Have you ever been there? Jeez, it's so good.
Maestro's,
Mastros, whichever.
No, I haven't been there, but I've heard of it.
I've been to the one in Beverly Hills. I'm assuming it's the same.
Oh, so is it like a small high-end chain, like not a?
I'm assuming they probably have a few in the bigger cities, probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guess.
I don't have it. We don't have any of those in Delaware, funny enough.
No? Okay. But you're close to New York. You're close to New York.
West Virginia. You got any of those 7-star steakhouses in West Virginia?
And it's not small. It was like 3 or 4 stories. I can't remember. The top is like a party, the top story. That's where all the old men were lurking. Oh, my God. Smaller than that. Okay.
I could thrift all day, every day. Yeah, see, I can't. I get a headache after like 2 stores and 2 thrift stores if I process a whole store. Like, if I go to a new area where I haven't been there, like say ever, or a week or 2, and all the colors have reset, I get a headache after like 2 stores of just, I don't know what it is. So I feel foggy. I feel.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what it is because I get them too. It's the shit they're spraying in there to mask the smells. I swear, I give you a headache. It's probably killing us. You're welcome, Ansley.
Mm-hmm.
But do you not think that, because everybody's so sensitive to the chemicals and the sprays, and man, they've been pumping it out at thrift shops.
Yeah, Patty, you can do that. You could double your money easy if you just enjoy thrifting and don't want to sell it. You could go out all day and just buy cartloads at $2-3 an item and sell them 6 to 7 to resellers. If you're buying what they want, I can guarantee you that even more. Maybe I'm just shooting low.
Yeah.
But people with the time is, for me, if I could give someone or Kent and I buy like a lot of the same things on the RA side. If I could give what we buy, or he could give what he buys to people and go get it, I would pay a premium never to have all those hours back. To have hours and hours and hours back.
Yeah.
That's what my brother's working on right now with some hats and vintage clothing.
Urinal. Wow.
Those urinal cakes.
That's awesome, Patty. Yeah, if you did that, I would pay to have it shipped and everything. If I could have buyers, that is literally the end. That's the end game, to have all your stock come to you. I mean,
yeah, that would take all the fun.
Again, not to promote them and not name drop, but like Rally Roots, thrift for fun, God for fun.
Yep.
That is the end game here. I don't want to do it because I have to. I want to do it because I want to and I like to. And
right. Yeah, I mean, they do it completely for fun because they're not even listing what they're finding anymore. They're just passing it on to other sellers. I get it. But to me, yard sales are fun. I just wish they weren't so early. That's the only bad part. But that's a blast, just driving all over the city and looking at people's crap.
And that would be, like, for me, it's different because that I get a whole half of a year off of that. If I want to get into that heavy, there's a break there where you're not grinding it every day, so you get that. So that's an excitement. Like, I see all the people get excited about yard sales, garage sales, markets, because most of those people are in areas like us that have 4 seasons, and they get that rest, break.
It's go time in the summer. Yeah. Like
by the end of the summer, you're like, man, I don't want this to go away, but damn, I'm glad it's going away.
You give up every Saturday. That's for sure. The morning anyway. Yeah. And what's funny is, like, you come home, and for me anyway, I come home, I'm so excited to show what I've gotten, or what it's like, a thrift haul in my house, and then I take a nap because I got to bed early, and then most of the day is gone. Well, you're lucky, Wendy, if your thrift shops clean their stuff. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like, Chris and I were talking about this when he was in Texas. We like the dirty thrift shops. Like, that's the best to us. Like, you can dig and find interesting things that way, I think.
Yeah, dirtier the better.
You about ready? It's dwindling down. People are like,
I know. Yeah.
Like,
sure.
We lost 20 in like the last 15 minutes.
Okay. Let's go. It's nap time for me. All right. Well, thanks, guys. Anyway, try all the places, all the platforms. Any last words, Chris? If you're not subbed to Cernoch, please sub to him. He's got great knowledge.
All I'd say is just like, what I've been kind of preaching is like, get your stuff out in front of, like, through these different areas, because the more eyeballs, the better, because a lot of people don't shop on eBay. They do not shop on eBay. They have never seen your cool shirt or a cool hat or pair of pants on eBay. They're going to see it on Grailed. They're going to see it on Depop. They're going to see it somewhere else. So diversify.
Sorry, Tim, we can't hold them here. Everybody's bailing on us, man. It's like,
Yep. You forgot to bring your friends, Tim.
They're not interested in us.
No. Thank you, Tim, for putting Cernochs.
You would think his brother could have done that for him, but no, he can't even do that for him.
I think my brother bailed on. He might be driving home.
I even made him blue.
He might be thrifting right now.
Probably.
No.
Okay, well, tell me real quick. What's your favorite? I don't know if you even think it's eBay. But what's your favorite and most exciting site right now? The one you want to put more
Page
energy in?
6.
What?
Page 6.
Page 6.
Mm-hmm. You can buy and sell stuff there.
Really?
Yep.
I never even heard of it.
Look it up.
Okay, I will.
No, I think I enjoy. I don't enjoy any of them, to be quite honest. I mean,
But which one do you see more potential, though?
oh God, depends on what your drive is. I think whatever you put the most into is 100% going to do. I mean, I just see it when I list 20 on Poshmark, it becomes Poshmark. Then if I put those 20 on the next platform, it becomes that one.
Okay.
I don't really think it matters. I think it's just whatever you put the effort into.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't you agree?
Yeah, but I think
well, it depends on what you sell, of course.
I don't know. I think Grailed has huge potential, but
I do.
I don't think Mercari does, but I hope it does. You know, I don't know what their future holds is the thing.
I think Mercari's got some legs left. I think they're going to come back once they get everything restructured or whatever they were doing with shutting down in the other countries. And they just did I just heard, I don't know what the news is. There is some news I read a couple weeks ago about them doing something. I can't even remember what it is now. I think they're all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's our opinions. So Poshmark's not at the top of my list whatsoever, but that's quite all right. I'll figure that out.
It might be now after we start sharing more.
I know. I need to do that. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you when I see you. As Zahir's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember. I think 4:30 my time. I'm not sure.
Eastern time, you're on Zahir's tomorrow?
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool.
I already have it saved.
Nice.
Can't wait for that. That'll be a good one.
Sweet. I know. I'm going to get some sleep tonight.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.